back out home for the Thanksgiving weekend now. Had dinner on Thanksgiving Sunday, and I've got a long weekend, so I've got a little bit of extended time away from the city, which is very good. As I drive through Valley Pond and into Mortons Harbor, it's very sunny and the trees are very brightly coloured. And fall here is my favourite part of the year. Mortons Harbor is a small community with about 200 people. Most people fish. A lot of people work outside of town. When I was really young, we just played dinkies in the sandbox. As we got older, we just went to birthday parties, or when we got our license, started driving around. It's Saturday night, and I'm sitting in the parking lot of my high school, New Orleans Academy, with my friend Lucas Brown. I went to the Irving and got the slushie, and we're just here having a yarn. A lot of the community you're at least distantly related to, and even the ones that you aren't related to, you know pretty well. When you're driving and you see somebody on the side of the road, or you see somebody passing, you wave. If you don't wave, it's actually kind of strange. One of the best parts about growing up in a small community is having the opportunity to go outdoors. Right outside your door, you could go out and boat or in the woods. Just left Morton's Cove. From what the fishermen said, there's not much fish out around, which is disappointing this trip, but as long as I cured the land sickness I contracted from being in St. John's. Back in St. John's now, in the residence at Mon. I don't love it here, but it's tolerable. The day I left Mortons Harbor to come in St. John's for school, we packed up everything and came in. It was kind of sad. Mom and Dad I think they were sad to see me go. The first few days felt really weird. I didn't really know what in the world I got myself into. It's a bit harder in St. John's to go somewhere and not see a big building in front of you. I deal with it. I do what I got to do. I knows how to get around in here now. It's been an adjustment from driving everywhere yourself to having to find buses and things like that. Not everybody knows each other, and most times when you pass someone you barely look at them, let alone wave. A lot of people leave and come into St. John's and forget about everything out there, and they want to go straight to being a townie. But a lot of people I know too, they're more connected to Outport, and they do what they have to in town, much like myself, but they don't forget where they came from. I'm out here on my wharf there now. Me and my brother have had a wharf down there the last couple of years. Newfoundland culture is very unique, and I believe that a lot of it originates out of the Outport communities, and it's important for youth, including myself, to not forget about that culture, because with the aging population in all of those communities, it may very well be at risk. Off the coast of Killickstone Island in Notre Dame Bay, tried for a fish, but there's no fish to be got. All we got was a scopeland. It worries me that eventually there won't be enough younger people going back to the communities and raising families there. Driving through a part of Mortons Harbor there now. I'm on the way to take my nan somewhere she needs to go. I think it's important to let the youth of the province know that you shouldn't let go of the roots, because the culture is unique. It's up to the younger generation to keep it alive. Of course, it's not as convenient as sometimes being in St. John's, having everything at your fingertips. But having everything at your fingertips gets old. My hope is to pursue a career in law enforcement, particularly fisheries enforcement. And eventually my hope is to get back to, if not Mortons Harbor, a small community in Newfoundland. To me, being out here in rural Newfoundland and having to travel a little bit to do much, or just sitting down having a yarn with the crowd, is just perfect.